Hello everyone, Anna Brooks here. Welcome to today's episode of Anna's Attitude Adjusters. This is episode 6 that we're up to now, and so today's topic that I'm going to talk to you about is how to break out of your limiting beliefs the fastest way possible. So I'm going to get right into this today because I'm really pumped up about this, really want to get it out to you, and I also know that I'm on the clock here. I've got to get away really soon tonight, so I'm going to get this out to you as fast as possible, but I really hope that you do pay attention to this and really actually start implementing it because it will make a huge difference when and if you do, okay? So let me get into very quickly first what I mean by limiting beliefs, right? So there's usually a story that you tell yourself, that we tell ourselves about ourselves, that sort of feeds into our life story, right? So things about your past that have happened to you, and it will be basically the way that you see yourself based on circumstances, situations, how you dealt with things when you were younger, those kind of things, right? You will always have a story about that. And we all have our different stories, and we also have different patterns that we tend to run based on those stories, right? So it might be, for example, that you were in an abusive household when you were growing up, or you were just neglected, or any other number of things, right? And this has sort of caused you to have certain beliefs put in place about how things are, how the world works, how you work, what you are and aren't allowed to do, what other people are and aren't allowed to do. You set up your own rules, you set up your own beliefs, you set up your own standards, basically your own values, everything like that. You set it all up, stack it all up on different areas just to basically get through life. And this is your understanding of how life works, right? So when you go through life and you set up all of these things, today we're going to talk about limiting beliefs in particular, or beliefs in general, but we're going to call them limiting because they're the ones that stop you from moving forward in the way that you want in your life, right? So when you've set up these limiting beliefs from a young age, you will then start running these patterns and repeating this all through life until you actually become aware of it and choose to change it, or something else happens that makes you basically shift out of that pattern, right? But for most of us, if nothing happens to actually shift us out of that pattern externally, then we are going to keep running that pattern. We are going to keep those beliefs going, and we are going to keep attracting more of the same patterns into our lives because those beliefs are energetically attracting them back in again, right? So when it comes to your beliefs, the absolute fastest way to get through this, and I want to kind of lead into this because once I say it, it's just like, duh, why didn't I know this before? So I really want to actually kind of tease you into it a little bit because it is so powerful, and I feel like if I don't tease you into it, you're not going to actually get the power of this, right? So the thing with beliefs is that you will keep running this pattern, right? What was I going to say? I've just lost my train of thought. So people will come up with many different ways that they think that, you can break through these, whether it's through, mindset work, journaling, meditating, talking through it, seeing a shrink, a psychologist, a counselor, a coach, whatever it is that you choose, whatever route you choose to go down, all of these different ways. And yet some of them are absolutely fantastic. Some of them will absolutely work for you really well. The problem with a lot of them is that they are very time consuming, right? So if you're going to go and talk through it and you're going to work through all the problems with a psychologist or with anyone, for those who don't know, I have a background in psychology. That was actually the first area that I was going to go into. I I did my undergrad bachelor degree in psychology, one of my degrees, and I chose specifically after that not to pursue it any further, not to go into honours, not to go into postgrad, because I specifically knew within myself that I really disagreed with their methodology, right? So I really disagreed with the methods that they had, the systems that they had in place for how they helped people coach through these things. And I'm not to say that this is never helpful and that no psychologist has ever helped anyone, because I know that that's not true. But just for me personally, it didn't feel aligned. It did not feel right. It felt that it was a lot of dragging out of the process, and it felt very problem focused, right? And ever since a very young child, I've been able to get people to their results faster than normal, right? I'm all about instant change, instant gratification, if you'll call it that, but it's basically creating shifts really quickly, because I believe the faster you get into a powerful state, the faster you get into the state within yourself that is truly aligned, that is true to you, and you proceed to act from that state, as opposed to getting constantly pulled back into the victim or the martyr or whatever kind of mentalities and beliefs that you've had from these situations that occurred in your life. the faster you can get yourself into that powerful sort of state of mind and powerful persona and stance within yourself that is you. It's not a fake persona. It's just you at your best, basically. The faster you can get yourself to that, the faster you can change all the things that are actually not working for you in your life. The longer you stay in that negative state, which is what I believe a lot of the time does happen in psychology, is that it's very much about really sitting in that pain and sitting in the difficulty and working your way through it gradually. The longer you do that, I find, and for me personally, is that it just doesn't get the results. Not at the pace that I want. Life is short, or at least that's what I believe. It's definitely shorter than a lot of people will sometimes believe, and though they will waste their lives away doing absolutely sweet fuck all with their lives. I believe it's very valuable, not just that it's short, but that it's valuable. And therefore my time and your time and everyone's time is valuable. And therefore I want to get the most out of it, right? So if I can create change for you, for me, for everyone faster, that is what I want to do. That's not to say there isn't still mindset work. That's not to say that you still don't need to work through whatever issues there are. If you're holding on to resentment, if you're holding on to anger, all that kind of stuff, for sure you're going to need to dig into that and deal with that. But there's a more powerful way to step into that and to work through it, right? So with that little bit of backstory, if I've still got you here, let me get to the point. So the thing with limiting beliefs, and the fastest way, okay, this is it now. So tune in. Everybody stop. Breathe. Okay, breathe, and listen. The fastest way to break out of your limiting beliefs is to accept and understand that they are not yours. Okay? Let me rephrase that again. The fastest way to break out of your limiting beliefs is to stop taking responsibility for them, because they are not yours. Here's what I mean by this, okay? You were not born with these beliefs, right? If your belief is that the world is tough, that people are out to get you, that rich people are nasty, that so-and-so race is dumb, that so-and-so race is cruel, whatever it is, all of those beliefs that you have in your mind, they are not yours. You were not born with those beliefs. You were born with love and purity and absolute just love and appreciation for everything and curiosity for everything. You were not born with resentment and anger and misunderstanding and all these beliefs about different people and how they are and how they're not, right? That was something that you've taken on from someone else. They are not your beliefs. They are maybe your parents. They are other people that you were around when you were growing up. They are situations that you were in that you then decided that that's what that means, right? So you had parents, for example, who may have been racist or who may have been sexist or whatever it is, and you've taken on those beliefs because you were in that environment. You saw your parents doing this. They are your models when you're growing up, right? Or model, parents or whoever you had that was growing up around you. If you weren't raised by your parents, whoever they are, right? You grew up taking on their beliefs, and those beliefs, even though I just said they're their beliefs, they're not even their beliefs either. Their beliefs started from somewhere else, from someone else, from something else, right? So they may not be from someone, they may not be from, parents or whatever the things that they said. They may very well just be from situations, right? So you may have been in a situation where you were bullied by a particular race, or you were harassed because you were a girl or you were a boy or whatever it was, right? So it may have just been a situation, not a particular person like a parent or someone else close to you in the family that put these ideas and these beliefs into your head. It may have just been a situation and the way that you processed it at the time to believe these things. But at the end of the day, the point remains the same. These are not your beliefs. They do not belong to you. They are not your responsibility to hold on to whatsoever. You were not born with all of this, right? And you see this all the time. If you've ever been around kids, I don't spend a lot of time around kids, but the time that I have spent around them and the things that I've seen of them, and when I was studying psychology, you see this very clearly, that we are born without prejudice. We are born without anything but curiosity and love, right? Kids do not for 1 second when they, a Caucasian kid running around or whatever runs into an African American kid on the street, they do not for a second think, oh my God, is this person horrible? Is this person going to bash me up? Are these people violent, or whatever other, minority group ideas that people form in their heads? They don't have that. They just go up there and they're curious, right? If they see a kid going into a church that's different to theirs and they're bowing down instead of sitting on a stool or whatever, and they're leaning over and, bowing down, the kid doesn't go, oh my God, that's horrible. Are you going to go bomb someone? No. The kid's curious. They go, huh, cool. This is the way that you speak to your God. That's really cool. Can I try? I want to know about this. They're curious, right? And this is our innate nature. We are curious. We are loving. We are appreciative. We don't give a shit what anybody else does, as long as they just do it out of love and they do it with themselves and they don't hurt anyone else, right? All this stuff that we believe about certain religions, certain races, certain whatever, that these people are this way, is based on beliefs that we have taken on over the years from other people, from other situations. But at the end of the day, please, please, please understand this. They are not your beliefs. They are not yours. Stop clinging to them. Stop protecting them. Stop acting like you have a responsibility to just like not let anyone in and not let anyone change your mind. These are my beliefs. How dare you question them? They are not yours. They are not yours. You are allowed to just walk away from them any single fucking moment you choose, because at the end of the day, you were not born with these beliefs. You formed these beliefs. Other people influenced your forming of these beliefs. Other situations influenced your forming of these beliefs. But you do not own them. You have no responsibility to them. You can drop them right fucking now. Right fucking now. Okay? You can literally just walk away and just go, nah, I'm done. That's not mine. That is not my shit anymore. I do not want that crap. No, not my shit. Someone else's. They can deal with it. And like I said, this can continue forever and ever. This can be, okay, well, I got this belief from my mum. Hey, guess what, mum? You can drop that belief right about now too. Oh, I got it from my mum. Cool. She can do that as well. Oh, cool. The other mum's dead. Okay. She can't do that. But this is what I mean. It's not yours. It's not yours. The only belief that you need to own is that you are full of love. You are full of appreciation. You are full of curiosity. You are growing and you are expanding and you are here to make things better, not worse, right? And if your beliefs are limiting you from doing those things, what the fuck? Why are you clinging to them? Why are you basically defending them and sticking to them, right? And I know why it is. And this is why I want it to really sink into you how important it is to understand that these are not your beliefs, right? Because the reason you're clinging to them, the reason you defend them, the reason that you get upset and violent and whatever it is when someone questions them is because you are taking them on as yours. You are taking them on as a part of yourself. You are saying that this belief is me, that this thing that I believe that is limiting me and is making me a horrible, bad person in some ways, or act in bad ways, more to the point, that is mine, that is me. It is not you. It is not you. It is just a belief that you have taken on from someone else, and you can let it go any moment that you choose, okay? It's really important to know that you can just breathe and just let it go, and just let it go. That's all you need to do. There was one more thing I wanted to say. Give me a second. I will get to it. It's distracting looking at myself in here. All right, what was the next thing I wanted to say? Yes, all right. So we all have ideas about who we are, right? So I talk about alignment, I talk about your truth, I talk about what your soul wants a lot of the time, right? And there, out of that can a lot of times come confusion to say, this is just the kind of person I am, this is just the way I am, this is just blah, blah, blah. And I hear this a lot, whatever kind of goals you may have in your life, for example, or even if someone else is, someone close to you is upset with your actions and your behaviors and they're wanting you to change something, and you're not really sure that you want to listen, which is fair enough because, hey, it's your life, you do what you want. But I hear it a lot where people go, oh yeah, no, this is what I really want, but I'm just not that kind of person. Like an example, oh yeah, I really want to look fantastic in a bikini. I want to fit into like 3 sizes smaller like I used to, but I'm just not the kind of person that exercises regularly. Or, oh yeah, no, I'd really like to like eat really well for myself and take care of myself and eat all of this like good food, but it's just not me. I just don't like that food, I just really like junk food, pizza, whatever it is, right? This is what I mean by your limiting beliefs. They will hide themselves within little stuff. I'm not just talking about racism and sexism or whatever else there is. I'm talking about the little things that actually limit you from getting to your goals, right? Because when you have those beliefs in your head that, well, I'm just not that kind of person. Oh, yeah, that's well and good for you. But for me, that just doesn't work because that's just not me. Yeah, that may be true. that may be true. You may not be that kind of person, and there's plenty of things that I will say about myself that are out of alignment for me, but they are never holding me back from getting the goals I want. If they are your crutch, if those limiting beliefs are your crutch for why you are not getting to your goals, then they're limiting beliefs and not just beliefs that are helping you and that are getting you further in life, right? So a great belief to change that too is I can do whatever I want. If I set my mind to it, I can do whatever I decide. I can create anything I decide to, as opposed to, no, I just can't do that because I'm just not that kind of person, right? And so that is a really, really powerful limiting belief that people often forget actually is there because it feels so truthful to you. And the reason it feels so truthful to you is because you have lived it, you have believed it, and you have created the motherfucking evidence over the years of why it's true, right? There's I was doing some tapping, some EFT tapping today, and one of the lines that Brad Yates, one of the gentlemen that I watch on YouTube quite a bit, that said was, I'm trying to remember it now. What if your evidence is there because of your beliefs and not your beliefs are there because of evidence, right? So a lot of the time we will say, well, yeah. No, you don't understand. I can't lose weight because I'm over 40 now and my metabolism slowed down and I've tried all these other things. I never lost weight. And here is my evidence. Let me show you my folder of evidence. And so they believe, and you believe, and I've believed in the past that this means that my belief is valid, right? And I have the evidence to back up my belief. As opposed to the truth, which is, well, what if your belief is creating your evidence, right? So what if the fact that you believe that you can't do anything about it, the fact that you're over the hill, the fact that you've tried so many other things in the past and they didn't work, what if all of that stuff, all of that evidence of the truth of your belief has only occurred because you've believed it? Sit with that for a moment. It can take a sec just to really grasp that. Look, I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. I'm not here to tell you how to change it. I am here to, if you are resonating with this, if you are the kind of person who goes, I want more than this, I demand more than this, I deserve more than this, then you're going to be curious. Then you're going to want to figure out different parts of your mindset that you can hack, that you can change, that you can implement. And like I said, this one is so powerful because it is so immediate, right? It is literally the moment you say to yourself, this belief is not mine. I have no fucking responsibility to this belief. It is someone else's. I took it from someone else, something else, somewhere along the line, and now I'm just washing my hands of it. I don't need it anymore. This is not mine to own. This is not my, cross to bear or whatever it is. I can just change whatever the hell I feel like. And now that I've decided that this limiting belief is just absolute crap and I don't need it anymore, I'm going to let that go because it's not mine. It's not mine. It's not a part of me. I don't need to hold on to this. I don't need to protect it. I don't need to be worried about letting it go because it's a part of me. No, fuck that shit. You don't need to do that. You can just let it go. It's not yours. It's not yours. You took it from someone else. You borrowed it, whatever. Give it back. Give it back. Send it away. Don't need it. Don't need it. All right. I feel like I've got my point across, but I think that, oh my God, I really feel like this is one of those really powerful downloads that I got of just inspiration where I feel like you need to watch this over more than once to really let it sink in because my God, when I was just thinking about this today, I was just going, holy shit, this is so powerful. This is so powerful if you just grasp this idea that beliefs are not yours and the fastest way to break out of them and the fastest way to get yourself out of that limiting mindset and those limiting beliefs is to just own the fact that these are not your beliefs and just let them go. You do not need to protect them. You do not need to try and defend them or anything like that. They are not yours. Let them go from wherever they came from. And more importantly, dig into all of these beliefs that you have that you think, oh, no, but I have proof. I have evidence. Let me give you all of my proof that this is true, but it's still not getting you where you want. How about you change your beliefs and then let those beliefs change your evidence, right? Switch it around because it's already doing it. It's already doing it. Your beliefs have created this evidence, but because you've flipped it onto, you're going, no, this evidence is the reason I have these beliefs. That's the reason you're stuck. Okay. As soon as you go, no, let's get back to this. My beliefs, my mindset is the stuff that's creating all of this and it's creating this evidence. Therefore, I can change it whatever the fuck I want. Like right now is a really good time to change that and just go, I don't want that anymore. Here's my new beliefs, and I'm going to go start finding evidence to support those ones. That I am able to be as fit, healthy, lean, sexy as fuck, whatever I want to be. I'm able to have the career I want, the relationship I want. I'm not over the hill. My metabolism's not slowing down. All of this stuff that we tell ourselves and that we then just back up with all of that crap evidence that we've gathered over the years. Let that go. Let that go. File it away somewhere with the other limiting beliefs that you're going to just push away and let go of, and start looking to change those beliefs that you want, the ones that you actually want to believe, and then start looking for that evidence, because it will start showing up once you feel into it, once you truly believe it, once you truly own it, that this is your core. You're not accepting someone else's beliefs. You're actually stepping into you and your beliefs and your truth, and therefore there is no hate, there is no racism, there is no anything, there's no limiting beliefs of what you're stopping yourself from, because at the end, the core of yourself, you're not sabotaging yourself. You love yourself, you're curious, you want to grow, you want to expand. And the sooner you step into that, the sooner everything else gets really, really easy. Really easy. Speaking of really easy, if you didn't see my live stream yesterday where I was like literally, I mean, I was here, but I felt like I was up here. I was like actually floating. I had one of my friends just go, yeah, you were buzzing. Like I could feel you coming out of the screen. I had my first VIP Dream Body Overhaul day with one of my clients, and it was just incredible. And the one thing, like I said yesterday, that I really got out of it, and that I think my client got heaps of stuff out of it, but a recurring idea that just became so clear was that it's just not meant to be this hard, right? And there's just so many limiting beliefs, so many things that we tell ourselves and about our story that we just buy into over and over, that makes it so hard, to lose weight, that makes it so hard to get fit, that makes it so hard to feel and look as amazing as you want to look, or whatever it is, your career goals, like I said, your relationship goals, your personal goals, things that you want to achieve, you want to write a book, you want to go climb Mount Everest, whatever it is. There's so many of these things that we tell ourselves that just make it so hard, and it's just not meant to be that hard. And that is one thing that I loved out of yesterday that my client finally got, is that she just went, I knew deep down it wasn't meant to be this hard, but everything had always made me believe. I'd had some evidence, and that formed that belief, and then that belief kept forming more evidence that things are just meant to be hard, that I'm just not meant to be thin, that I'm just not meant to be fit and healthy and feel the way I want to feel. And it just kept going, and it just was never meant to be that hard. So if this is resonating with you, and if you want to get to a place where you feel amazing, where the fat loss is effortless, it's easy, your fitness is just incredible, you're getting stronger, you're getting fitter, you're getting leaner, you're feeling sexy as fuck, then you really, really need to get onto my VIP Dream Body Overhaul. They are right now running in Melbourne, so it is one-on-one with me, a full day immersion, 5 hours with me. Oh my God, it is intense. It is intense. I will hack you. I will mindset hack you. I will make you cry. Well, not make you, but there will be tears. And you are going to transform in a way that you just never knew possible, basically, in a very short space of time. And then I don't leave you after that. You have ongoing coaching with me for the month following, as well as unlimited email access. You get 2 of my programs included as well as a bonus, which the value for this is just incredible, right? Because you can see how much information I can get out to you in just, 20, 30 minutes that this is. 5 hours with me, personalized to you, and the amount of information that I can get out to you and the ways that I can create change and transformation to start happening in you is going to blow your mind. It's, oh my God, I feel like I'm just elevating once again, because it's magical. It is actually magical, the kind of superpowers that I have when you come to work with me one-on-one, and we go really, really deep. And we get really, really honest, and you just uncover parts of yourself and strength within yourself that you didn't even know was there, right? So if this interests you, if this is resonating with you, I will pop the link down below. It's anabrooks.com.au/VIP Dream Body. So you can read through all of the details of the day plan, how it all works, make sure that it's a right fit for you. And then at the bottom, there's a link so you can just send me an email and we will get in touch and book in the VIP day for you here in Melbourne, where you get to spend the whole day with me. We get lots of coffee, you get a workout in, I write your whole program, we go through all of your diet, your nutrition, get delicious lunch. If you saw my post yesterday of the lunch that we had yesterday for the VIP day. So you get very, very well taken care of. And more to the point, you get your total VIP dream body overhaul, which is the whole point of it. So if this is resonating with you, if you want to be the next VIP, message me now. You can PM me on the page. You can jump on the link that I popped down below and you can go on the page and just use that link, whatever suits you, but get in quick. Let's make this happen for you. Let's not waste another 6 months, year, whatever it is. Let's do this now. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of Anna's Attitude Adjusters. As always, if you have any questions, if you want me to elaborate on something, if you want me to speak about something that's come up for you and you go, hold on, actually, what about this? Please pop a comment down below or private message me. I always love to hear from you and I will talk to you really soon. Have an amazing night and remember to live life on purpose. Bye.